is incapable of satisfying him. That solitude isn't loneliness, it's recalibration. Because when you rediscover your power, your mission, your sharpness, women feel it before you say a word. You don't need to seduce, you just need to stand there, unapologetically whole. And suddenly, she wants answers. She wants presence. She wants you again. But now you're not chasing her approval. You're choosing your kingdom. You know what the greatest scam ever sold to men is? That if you love her harder, deeper, louder, she'll love you back the same. That if you just prove how safe, soft, and stable you are, she'll wrap her arms around your loyalty like it's the last fire on earth. That if you show her how hurt you are, how much you care, how you die for her, she'll fall to her knees and whisper, "Finally, a real man." But Schopenhauer knew better, and so do I. Because I've bled in that battlefield. I've loved from the depths of my soul, only to realize I was pouring wine into a cracked glass. No matter how much you give, if the container is broken, or worse, if it's not meant to hold what you are, it will never be enough. You think she left because you weren't good enough. No, she left because she felt too safe. And safe without strength becomes boring. She didn't want to leave. Her biology compelled her to. You ever seen a woman fall in love with a man who doesn't even seem to be trying? You call him toxic. You call her delusional. But what you're witnessing is nature obeying itself. Because love, to her body, not her brain, is not a spreadsheet of who was kindest. It's a current, a voltage, a gravitational pull she can't resist. Schopenhauer says the sexual impulse is the most complete manifestation of the will to live. That will he talks about is not rational. It doesn't care about your resume or your playlist of healthy emotional habits. It wants power, vitality, unapologetic masculine force, not domination, but direction, not control, but certainty. That's why she'll say one thing and feel another. That's why she'll post quotes about emotional availability in a week. And you, my good man, sitting there with your jaw clenched and your heart confused, you think you're losing because you're not enough. But the truth is, you're losing because you became too available, too understandable, too explainable. The moment she can predict your every move, she loses the thrill. And when there's no mystery, there's no tension. And without tension, there's no seduction. And without seduction, you're not her man. You're her emotional employee. Let that burn through your delusions like acid. Because it's not your fault. You were taught to behave this way. Society told you to be nice, vulnerable, sensitive, and open. They sold you the lie that comfort equals connection.